Hey guys, my name is Haley and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I was going to call it a mini book haul, but now I'm staring at the stack and it's not quite as many as I thought it was, but I have acquired a couple of books, I think like 10 or so in the last few months after, well, two things I forgot in that book haul I did with Kate, and then I picked up a couple things after that, so we're just going to show those off. So one of the two that I forgot to haul in that one of them being Welcoming the Future Church by Jonathan Pokluda, which is how to reach, teach, and engage young adults. And this is a Christian nonfiction. I love Jonathan Pokluda. He's one of my favorite preachers. I love his ministry. I love the way he talks about young adults and getting them involved in the church. And as you can see, I'm currently reading this. And then the other one that I completely forgot to even include in the other videos is Without You by Anthony Rapp. This is one of the main actors from the musical Rent, and he wrote a memoir for like several years ago, I believe. Yeah, back in 2006, and Without You is a song from the musical Rent, which is my favorite musical, so I've always wanted to read this. I've almost listened to it on audio several times, but I either couldn't find the narration or I didn't like the narration. I don't remember what the case was, but I finally picked it up for like $4 on thrift books. And then we're just gonna get into the stack of stuff I have bought since basically getting back from New Hampshire. The first of those being Burn Our Bodies Down. I did already talk about this in some video, I don't remember which one it was, but I read Kate's copy of this while I was on vacation and actually really liked it, so I bought it when I got back. Which I love this cover, it's so pretty. And then in the last like 2 weeks, I think, maybe 3 weeks, a book came out, and then a couple other things I just wanted to get my hands on. The first of those being Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I read this last year and really loved it. This is probably one of the creepiest books I've ever read. There are scenes from this book that will never leave my brain now. And I plan on rereading this October with Kate. We're gonna buddy read and hopefully annotate, so I'm very excited for that. So I picked myself up a physical copy for like very cheap on thrift books. Even I was shocked at how cheap it came in. Because normally this is really expensive, and that's the only reason I haven't bought it yet before now. And a random book of Will McIntosh's came into stock on thrift books, and I didn't even know this one existed. I think it's YA, but it's called The Future Will Be BS Free. I don't know what this is about, other than I'm pretty sure that it's apocalyptic because Will McIntosh and YA, so we'll see if this is any good because I've never heard anything about this. I thought I had all of his books. Where are they at? Over there. I was wrong, apparently this exists. And then a sort of random one that I picked up because I heard somebody on one of my booktube horror channels talk about it, and that is Stranded by Bracken McLeod. I think this is post-apocalyptic. It says it has a Twilight Zone vibe to it, and I loved the Twilight Zone, so I don't know if this is just apocalyptic. I don't know if it's sci-fi. I don't know very much about it, but it's very short, and I just like picking up a book I've never really heard about every once in a while, and it was super cheap. And then obviously, like the rest of the world, I pre-ordered Midnight Sun and I got it on release day, and this book took me like 3 days to read. Can we talk about, just mainly because it's so long, and I do eventually want to go back in and annotate this because I adored this. So sneak peek to my wrap-up, which is probably up by now, but I absolutely love this, and I want the rest of the series from Edward's perspective, and I don't think we're gonna get it, and I'm very upset about it. And then I picked up New York, which is the first in a trilogy, I believe, by Rob Hart, which is the man who wrote my favorite book of the year so far, and that is The Warehouse. So I didn't even know he had other books. I had never heard of him before reading The Warehouse, so I was like, oh, he has a little trilogy. I will read that. I imagine it's thrillery, because that seems to be his vibe. And then last, the other day, Beth O'Leary's new book came out, and that is called The Switch, and I ordered it on Amazon. It's also pretty small. I don't actually know how big the flat share was. That is also going to be one of my favorite books of the year, like maybe my second favorite book of the year, and I haven't bought it yet because it's like $18 in the US, and I'm like, that's so much for a contemporary, but I will end up buying it. But this was really cheap on Amazon, so I bought her new book. But yeah, those are the couple of books. I say couple as I hold up all of these and it takes up my entire arms. Those are the books that I bought in the last like 2 months. Thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time.